Okay, so guys, today we have quite a lot of stuff to go through. So yes, Chapter 4 did come out last night in Piggy, and we are going to be going absolutely everything today, even a few notes that have been missed out. There is so much stuff to go through, I've actually got a bit of a slideshow to basically show you guys, so this is going to be quite the video. But one thing I just wanted to tell you guys first is I want you guys to keep an eye out for a video on the channel, and that video is going to be me quizzing Minitoon. Yes, I have asked Minitoon if I can go ahead and quiz him about his game that he created. So guys, it's not going to be the easiest of questions. It's going to be pretty difficult for Minitoon. So just keep an eye out on the channel for that one. It's probably going to be coming out this Saturday. Don't worry, I've got all the questions written down, and I'm not gonna lie, he's gonna struggle. So guys, again, the star code creator, also the code, it's almost out, it's almost ready. They did say allow up to 1 week, so when the code does come out, again, I'm just trying to let you guys know that I'm giving you guys updates and stuff like that. It is not yet enabled. I see quite a few of you guys asking in the last video, basically saying, oh, can we now use it? Can we get it? And the answer is no. I will give you guys an update as soon as I see an email. So Piggy 4, Chapter 4, it does start with you in the safe house. It is the safe house. You then go into the safe house and you basically get woken up by our good old friend Willow, who decides that they're going to rocket something through the window, and that's where the whole entire safe house, it shakes, it wakes us up, and we have to go and save absolutely everyone. You know, Giraffe, you got Mimi, you've got Pony, you've got Z, Zuzi. You have to go and save all of those, and you have to basically try and escape the whole entire safe house to then eventually get out. It's a pretty big map and pretty confusing if you don't know your way around. It is pretty difficult, but it is going to be one of those where you're just going to have to learn it to try and remember everything that you have to do, guys. So anyway, let's get started with the notes, because there is actually quite a lot of stuff, and I'm also going to be showing you guys a few things that you haven't probably seen and some stuff that is pretty crazy. So I'd love to know your theories and your opinions on this stuff that you haven't probably seen. You may have seen it, you may have not, but there is still quite a lot to go through. So this one right here is a diary. As you can see, oh, I've obviously started on the wrong date. There we go, now they're in order. So we're now starting on November the 2nd. So here we go. We have Mimi started schooling us again, and it's so boring. I already know how to write. They've written it really weird. Do maths, and I know everything about science. It's not science, it's science, okay? November 3rd, I scared Giraffe today with my awesome sword moves. He got so spooked. So now Minitoon is starting to implement dates into the game, which is something that I'm pretty sure that we're going to have to keep a really close eye when it comes out. Okay, so now back to the other diary, because now we're in time order. So November 3rd, again, the same day as we just saw. Fencing practice was a blast as always. Zuzi managed to give Giraffe a scare with her foil? Wait, what? Okay, I don't know. She really loved that. She couldn't stop laughing all day. It makes me happy to see her smile. Mimi also has been talking about radio, a radio too. I wonder what that could be about. November 4th, some of us went to meet with another group. I overheard them talk about whether or not to go. I didn't feel right about it, and I agreed with Pony's argument. Zizzy didn't come back. I have to stay strong for Zuzi. So this was basically, you know, in the final cutscenes of Chapter 3 in the refinery, where you actually see... Actually, no, step back. It's not Chapter 3. It's not the refinery. It is actually the store map, isn't it? So this is the store map where they see them radioing at the end. So this is Z peering around the corner and watching them all. Basically, this is once they had got the batteries from the store. There we go. Now I'm on the right tracks. This is Z looking around the corner, and this is Z basically listening into that conversation. And while we're on the topic of Z and Zuzi, I just want to basically bring up about where they have gone in this chapter, because we didn't see them at all. So obviously there was a vent that I'm going to show you guys right now, which is right there. So that vent that you can see above their beds, that is where Z and Zuzi went. And you know that this is Z and Zuzi's bedroom because you can see their swords right there on the top. But as you play the game, Pony does say, huh, Z and Zuzi aren't here. They must have used the vent up there. but it's sealed now. I hope they are safe. So that is the vent that, you know, Pony is talking about right there. That's the vent that he is talking about. You know, Z and Zuzi, I don't know how they fit through that because that is an extremely small vent, so I don't know how they've managed to get that one going. But this is their room. That's their swords, as you can see on both sides, and they have both escaped through that vent that you can see just above their beds. And I'm pretty sure that that means that we are going to be seeing Z and Zuzi in the next chapter, because as you know that we are now in the jail, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to have to be saved by maybe Z and Zuzi. I'm sure that they probably, you know, followed Willow back. You know, these brave little girls followed Willow back, and they've now noticed that we are in jail. But we're going to get to that in just a second, because there's also something that I want to speak about in the final cutscenes. So while we were speaking about swords, I just wanted to show you guys this. Now, this is in Zizzy's bedroom. As you can see right there, Zizzy's sword is gone. So what does that mean for the future of Piggy, or for the future of chapter 5 as such? It looks as though potentially Z and Zuzi have taken Zizzy's sword. Now, that is just basically thrown out there. That is a possibility. It's not 100%. It's just like a little throw out there sort of suggestion. They could have taken the sword, but we will have to find out really. Okay, moving on to some notes. So as you can see, this is the radio which Z was peering around the corner when they were speaking in the store map. This is never turn this on ever again. Obviously, we don't want to turn it on because this is when Zizzy got taken away from us, because we had to go to the refinery and Zizzy got taken away and she got infected. So this is basically either Z or Zuzi or anyone basically just putting a note next to the radio saying, don't ever turn this on again. We're never going to meet anyone else. Nobody, it don't matter what group they're going to be. We are not going to meet them. Don't ever turn this on again. This is what's basically taken our sister away from us. Okay, so now this is another note. And now this is a really difficult one to actually get. So you have to basically go all the way up to the wall and then go into your third person view. And then you need to look under the bed. And as you can see right there, it says Willow will pay. And this is actually in Pony's room. Now there is actually quite a lot of stuff going on with Pony in this chapter. I feel like we're actually learning quite a fair bit more about Pony, and we're going to tell you guys why in just a second, because there is some pretty weird and disturbing stuff that we are going to have to go over, and it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird. So obviously Pony is very, very angry at Willow. Willow took away Zizzy. That is the whole reason why Zizzy has been infected, because she was fighting off all of the infected and Pony scratched her. So, you know, the future of Zizzy, it's kind of like, is she infected? Is she not? We know that she got the scratch. So Pony is not happy with Willow because of that. And so this is another note, or diary if you'd like to call it, inside of Pony's room. And this one is actually quite sad. So as you can see, this one says, I miss you, Mom and Dad, every night. I feel the guilt of what I've done, but I'll make things right. I promise. The only thing I would say is it probably should be Mum, because I'm pretty sure that this was based in England. But, you know, I don't know if Minitoons changed it because he's trying to stay away from the Peppa Pig type stuff. And I don't know, maybe it's still Mum. But anyway, it's quite a sad note, because obviously it looks as though his mum and dad are either missing because they could be infected, or they are the other version. I've had this theory for so long now, and I feel like Pony is behind the infected. I feel like Pony has done something that has created this infection, and I feel like that whatever he has done, he has created this, and it's kind of affected him as well, which is why it took the courage for him to leave TSP, because obviously now we can see from this diary that his mum and dad have gone. Gone where? We don't know, but obviously, as you can see from this diary, his parents are most definitely not around. Okay, so now moving on to Mimi's room, where you can see all the Optix stuff. You can see an Optix book right there. You can see like a helmet. You can see Zizzy just in the right there. She's also been trying to work on some stuff, and we're going to get to that in just a second because there will be some notes. But you can see on the sides and stuff that there's like these little monocle type stuff where Mimi's using, because she's a mole. You know, moles are blind in real life and stuff, so they have to use their nose, they have to use their sense of smell to basically bury themselves around. So we're going to get onto this one right here, and Mimi says, thanks Aunt Antixx, thank you. Think you can help me find my key for this safe. What's inside will help us get out of here. So as you can see, I'm going to have to get quite close for this one because this one's quite small writing, but it says mole blindness, fact or fiction? Analysis by Mimi. And then it says, this is a common misconception that has been going around for far too long. I would like to first outline the fact that yes, I am a mole, and no, I am not blind. Oh, well, I've just learnt something new then, haven't I? Well, they at least have very, very bad sight. Also, my camera might die in a second, so I'm going to try and get this done pretty quick. With that being said, there are some colours I cannot see, and I cannot see well overall. I hope someday to learn enough about optometry to be able to create perfect eyewear for me in order to see something that says that I can't really assist me in seeing better. But for now, my nose is doing all the work. So yes, Mimi is relying on her nose to basically get herself around. She's not doing very well with colour, but guys, she wants to learn a bit about optometry, and we know an optometrist, don't we guys? Yes, correct, that is Pony. Pony is an optometrist as well as his dad. Okay, so moving on, this is a note that quite a lot of you guys actually did miss, and it was quite... there had to be a note in this room because of how big this room was, and this is in the cafeteria, and it's a little joke message anyway. It's nothing huge. Why won't the kids not like my meals? This is my cooking really that bad? Giraffe. So Giraffe's doing all the cooking, and the kids don't like his cooking. It must be he must not quite be the chef. But Giraffe is a very clever man, and this is going to explain in just a second how clever Giraffe actually is. And I feel like Giraffe is going to have a pretty big talking point going on in the future of Piggy. But anyway, as we can see here, this certificate certifies that Giraffe has shown exceptional skills in environmental studies at the biology school of Lambridge. So guys, this is something that I haven't really seen spoken about much on YouTube, but as you can see here, this is another city. This is another place called Lambridge, something that is kind of like Lucella, but now it's not Lucella, it is Lambridge. So that is quite interesting. We just have to try and figure out where Lambridge is, but I'm pretty sure that it is going to be near the forest. Not 100% sure, but that is just my guess from here. There is also that like picture frame, and I wasn't right about this one unfortunately, but you know what? I'll hold my hands up when I'm wrong. This was the picture that is inside Giraffe's room. We'll miss you, Councillor G. So this is Councillor G, Giraffe, and he was basically the councillor of the forest. So that's why I feel like, you know, he's potentially the lamb, whatever it's called, bridge, lamb bridge I think it was called. That's why I think that has something to do with the forest, because that is where Giraffe was the councillor. Now one tiny little thing I just wanted to show you guys. Now it could be nothing, it could be just I don't know, I don't want to say the word because Minitoon got a little bit triggered last time, but it could just be like a little bit of a glitch and my battery just died. But now we've got no face cam, but that's fine, I was ugly anyway. But like I was saying, I don't know if this is just like a glitch, or I don't know, maybe he wasn't right, but for some weird reason George right here is just staring at a wall, and I wonder if this has something going on very soon. And what I'm saying is I feel like something in Piggy is controlling these characters, and I'm going to get into that in just a second, but I want you guys to just keep this image in mind, because I don't know if George is looking at a wall for a reason or if it's just a glitch. But I just saw it in game and I just thought, you know what, that's not really normal, is it? So now this is a pretty big talking point in chapter 4. This is the target or the eye, whatever you guys want to call it, underneath in the exit room. Guys, what is this thing? I would love to know your theories. I'm pretty sure that nobody really has an idea right now. It could be an eye, it could be a target. It kind of looks like a target to me, but there is something just inside of it as well, and it kind of looks like a really weird looking question mark. Whatever it is, I'm not entirely sure, but this is definitely going to have something to do with what we are about to speak about. So as you can see here, this image right here is a note, and it is quite a jumble of letters and numbers, to be fair. There's actually quite a lot going on here, and there's some things that we can actually take out of this note, which is quite a few things that quite a lot of people haven't yet seen. So I'm just going to take this down. So in this note, we start with WW9. We also have somewhere another W9. There we go. There's another W9 there as well. So that's something that we're gonna have to have a look at. But right here, as you can see, it says Piggy. I'm gonna highlight it right now. It is literally right there. That right there literally says Piggy. Why does it say Piggy? I'm not entirely sure, but we're gonna have to try and do a little bit of debunking. We're gonna have to try and do a little bit of, like, you know, solving this rhyme or riddle or whatever you guys want to call it, the code. We're gonna have to try and figure it out. And then why there's two, like, you know, equal signs at the end as well. I don't know, this is extremely weird, so we're going to have to try and work this one out. And now we're going to speak about something that is going to tie all of this together, something that has been found by the one, the only, JB Bolter. Now, I did speak to JB and he said he really didn't know how he actually got this to work. But anyway, you can get a secret ending, and that secret ending says, Pony, the Insolence watches. Huh? What did I just say? A strange voice just came into my head, but I don't remember what it told me. So what I get from this is that I feel like that this right here was not a finished sentence. The Insolence watches. So it kind of looks as though he kind of jumped back into his reality. It looks like he was about to say, the Insolence watches you, or the Insolence watches the safe house, or the Insolence watches Pony. Do you know what I mean? But it looks as though he kind of snapped back into reality once he got to the But whatever this is, something is taking over these characters. Like I said, I don't know why George was staring at a wall. Maybe he was being overtaken by the Insolence. Whoever the Insolence is, or whatever the Insolence is, it could be a parasite, it could even be Parasy, it could be Mr. Stitchy. We're not entirely sure at this point. But whatever this is, it is taking over these characters and it is putting voices into their heads. Guys, this is some pretty dark stuff, but we're going to have some theories coming out over in the coming days. But anyway, that is going to be it from me today. Hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we shall see you guys in the next one.